whole thing.
Let's rock it.
Oh, see, already a cough. We're already off to a really great start.
This was a mistake.
This was a mistake. No. No, but I'm sure I'll be fine. If I end up going ghost for a while, just know that my mic's off and I'm coughing hysterically. And yeah, just hold the fort down for me or whatever.
I got this. Any silences, just keep talking. Got it.
Exactly. Just keep going with whatever you're going with. So while we're waiting for people, you know why the chat takes a long time to show up is because my supporters are all watching the entirety of the ad before. So they're being very sweet. That's what I like to say anyway. But no, there's the notification. There it is. So it comes a little bit late.
That is beautiful.
It is. No, but I like to just say that. It might be true. I don't know.
I would like to think so.
Sure.
It's a very sweet thing.
I mean, I'm very transparent about the fact that, like, you know, ads make us money. That's how we make our money and stuff like that. I don't shy away from that. I'm not gonna, you know, like, lie to people or Vegito Blue already. Guys, welcome to Zenocast episode 6, I believe. I'm pretty sure. We will be discussing multiple things. Everyone say hello to Zaniel.
Hey guys, what's good?
Let me tell you what's not good is 21 Potara medals when you need 30 to awaken this guy to TUR. That's not good at all.
I was fuming, mate. Honestly, I was at work and I was like, "Ooh, that's what I'm doing tonight." And then someone in your Discord, I believe, told me that it was 21, and I dropped my phone on my work desk, and I was just like, "Nah, ain't about this, nah." And I'm keeping it very PG right now, but you know, what I mean.
I appreciate that, and I do know what you mean. That was one of those few times that. You know, usually when people are getting upset about things, I try to be the rational, reasonable, positive, you know, whatever. This was one of those cases where I was like, no, you guys are right about this. Like, this is bull. This is not okay. They keep, and you know, there are new Potaras coming out soon. So you will be able to get your Vegito to TUR. However, I still recommend, just because that TUR isn't that good, unless your team really needs it, just wait, because we have a droppable SR or already SSR Vegito that feeds for 50% into a super attack coming at some point. So once we get the physical Vegito, we'll have that as well. So just hang tight for a second, guys. I know it's kind of a pain. Yeah, but you will be able to farm his super attack. If you can't wait, I get it. I understand. You can't wait. It is what it is. Updating my event list. I forgot to do that. There we go. I was a little bit late getting to this stream for the first time ever. I've never been late to anything.
Right. Yeah, so it's usually me keeping you waiting.
It is usually Zaniel who's late. Well, like, you've got basically a wife. I mean, you guys aren't technically married yet, but you've got basically a wife. So that, you know, you have responsibilities. I don't have to report to anyone in any way, shape, or form.
So militant. Permission to stream, hun.
Yeah. I also don't get back rubs when I've had a bad day. So, you know, it's you know, it's push and pull, you know.
As we say in England, swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts. Ups and downs, I suppose it would translate to.
You've it's a new Vegito Blue on JP, you guys. The new JP and Rosé, or the new VB and JP and the new VB and Rosé on JP. Yeah, there we go.
They look so freaking good.
They do look cool. I have possibly a cooler picture of Vegito that I kind of want to bring up here. I don't know the artist on any of these, honestly, but like, this is stylistically very, very different from what we're used to seeing. I'm actually going to shrink that down so we can see the full body, because this is a
That's
really
pretty cool.
quite stunning. Very, once again, artistically a very different style from what we might be used to. I'm gonna shrink it down all the way so we can see the full scale. Actually, not all the way. That's good, like there. But yeah,
What
like
does that remind me of?
I don't know. It's almost it's
Kill
a very
the Kill?
Maybe. I almost want to say a little Naruto in the softness of the face.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a really cool, different stylistic. But what I like is the shading. What do you think about that for LR Vegito Blue?
I wouldn't like that for the LR Vegito Blue.
The shading specifically,
particular.
or just his face?
His face, the shading is beautiful.
The shading I would like is what
LR
I like,
Goku shading.
Yeah, that kind of like really dark into the really light. That's kind of what I was thinking when I saw that. But yeah, it's definitely a different approach stylistically, you know. But yeah, so the new Vegito Blue and Rosé that dropped on JP. Fun fact, they are strong against, the new Vegito Blue is strong against the old Rosé, and the new Rosé is strong against the old Vegito Blue. I thought that was kind of neat, kind of cool. You know? Yeah. So
I actually, sorry, carry on.
No, go for it. I've been talking a lot.
I rest that weary vocal cord, you. I saw Vegito Blue's ultimate ultimate attack. You know, with like the spirit stab kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's his SSR version, so you don't get that. When you awaken him, so it's kind of like, ooh, like I kind of like the SSR one better.
It reminded me of Omega Shenron, when you know what I'm talking about, when he kind of had that, it's kind of like a light blue path under the enemy and then it kind of ignites.
Oh,
do you know
that? Okay, yeah.
I love that. And then when he awakens, it's like I mean, it's cool still.
It still looks good.
It's like a rehash of the strength one that I was using quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I thought the original attack looked a bit better.
Yeah, especially with that beckon, like that must have taken a while to animate. By the way, I have a new theory as to LR Vegito Blue and why I don't think they have a card for LR Vegito Blue. Because of this tech Vegito Blue, like they have to come up with a totally different card with different attacks, with different everything. And looking at how nice those two new super attacks look and how like clean and crisp everything is, they need the LR to have an LR-esque looking super attack. So like that might have slowed them up a bit, because they're like, well, we already have this tech Vegito Blue in production, and now we got to make this LR one. Like, you know.
Yeah, you make a good point. I can't even begin. If it was me and you, and we had to say, you know, what attack do you want us to animate? I mean, what are our choices, really?
Right. What I would like to see for LR Vegito Blue is final Kamehameha. The opponent jumps up into the air, and then that like instant transmission punch down. That's what I want to see. His literally his last moment. That's what I would like to see. That would
be beautiful.
Yeah.
As long as it's not the exact same ult as another card. I feel like we were owed that.
Yeah, I mean, like, but there's only so many attacks you can do. So if it's the same attack, sure. But if it's a little bit different looking, you know, if they add a little something to it, cool. I'll give him a pass. There's not much you can do, you know, with him. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But so these new cards, the tech one and the strength one, now that they're out in global, you know, just as a little rundown, I'll go just in case people don't know how the new cards work. It's you have to have every single type, and they all have to be super types for Vegito Blue's leader skill to activate. So you have to have one from each type. You have to have an AGL, attack, an int, a physical, and a strength unit on your team. They all have to be super, and the 6th slot can be whatever you want it to be, but it also has to be super. I believe all your units have to be super in order for his leader skill to activate. And it's the same thing for Rosé, except for extreme types. Now, that doesn't necessarily right away, because there's certain situations where Vegito Blue, the physical one, might be a better choice for you, because let's say you have no good STR units, no good int units, and like you can't build a good rainbow team. Maybe do these guys, my question is, they're 120% boost to all stats and 3 key. Do these guys 100% replace the old ones, or does that limitation of having to have every type on your team still give the the old ones some sort of breathing room in the meta?
Okay. Oh God. That's a tough question.
Sorry.
I was just kind of listening intently, and I was like, "Oh, right, that's me." Okay. For players like me and you, I think it's fine. I think a lot of people are going to really struggle with making teams like that. To be honest, I haven't really looked into them that much. I've seen their animations, and I'm already incredibly jealous. So I've tried to stay clear of them. So what you just told me is actually completely new to me.
Okay,
Dokkan noob.
all right.
Dokkan noob, too noob. But I think, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I don't know of any other units. This is probably where you're going to correct me, that have that kind of criteria, shall we say?
The only thing that's close to this is the hero extermination event. You know, that weekend thing where you have to have all heroes or have to have all villains, except this is in a leader skill. We haven't seen that before that I know, not on a notable unit, but so when Int Gogeta and Strength Janemba came out, they kind of replaced the other, you know, their counterparts, but like Int doesn't use Int Janemba anymore. Int Janemba is kind of done in the meta, but Strength Gogeta still sees play on Super STR, which still sees play in the meta. But if you're running a fusions team and you've got them both, like Int Gogeta is an easy replacement, even if you don't have dupes. Like he just does that much more. So yeah. I do think these guys do pretty much replace the old ones. You'll still use Super Vegito Blue on your super physical team. You'll still use Rosé on your extreme AGL team, but the latter is not seen very often. Not a whole lot of people run it. For those people that have Rainbow Star AGL Rosés, like, don't feel bad. Don't feel like it's a wasted unit. I still use my Strength Gogeta all the time. All the time. And we've had Int Gogeta for a couple of months now. So I wouldn't fret about it too much, but yes, these guys basically are better versions of their counterparts, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say from what I've heard, yeah, I would definitely agree with that. They sound like fun. Their animation's awesome. They're fresh. They're new.
Yeah,
it gives you something to think about.
You can build heroes and villains teams again. That's pretty cool. And if you don't have them, you can run your Vegito Blue, and then you can run your you can run the friend one, the newer one. Infinity, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. 177. Thank you very much. Takes Tom down, our Stream Balls Tom down by a little bit. Infinity, if you have a question, feel free to ask, and we'll get to you for donating. And by the way, anyone, if you want your question asked in priority, we'll give you the same. This is the first donation on Zenocast, so I'm not sure how to handle it yet. But I did see a question that I like up here. D4B4S legendary. I don't Dabs legendary Dabs, whatever you want to call that. Do you think Kefla will awaken with the Potara medals? That's very interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But what do you think about that?
I can absolutely see that, and I'll tell you exactly what the card artwork will be. And I think you might agree with this. It's the pose with the two swirling energy attacks.
Yes, where she's like reared back and she's got him in each hand.
Yeah.
With her mouth open, going like, you can't dodge in midair, like right before she gets eliminated. That's a great pose, yeah.
It really is. Pose. I saw the comment, I just saw that. I would love that to be a thing.
That would be pretty cool. As far as do I think, I have no idea, but that would be pretty interesting because she's not a Dokkan Fest card. So giving her a rebirth with Shattering the Limit, that might be kind of cool. Also, we don't know what medals awaken TUR LR Vegito. So You know, it might not be Potara medals, so they're giving us 52 total. He needs 30, maybe 21 of those awaken her. I don't know.
I'm
You know?
just looking forward to her hitting global, to be honest.
Yeah, that
I'm a
would
very
be
big
cool.
fan of her character.
Yeah, I like her a lot. She's pretty cool. Yeah, really, really interesting. Really, that's I mean, I guess we'll find out here in a second, right? Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know how to finish that seg. That's a big I don't know, but very interesting, very compelling.
We're both very interested in that being a thing.
Yeah, I would like it. I would like that. I think that would be fair, and her getting shattering the limit would be cool, and having her get a little buff for the Potara category, that would be cool too. I don't think that team is overpowered. Go for it.
Can I just say about the Potara category is the category I'm waiting for.
Yeah, and a lot of people are.
Huge fan of that, because all the units in it, I like, you know? I like all of the units in that category, obviously except Supreme Kai and
right, but like you don't have to run them. I mean, you might, but
no.
I found this really cool since we're talking about possible Jiren stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and switch things up. I found this really neat Ultra Instinct pose Jiren. I thought everyone would like a little bit. The artist's name you can see up there, Sao. He's really good. I get a lot of my stuff from him. Like I don't know where you can find. I think it's Deviant Art, but you know, pardon my ignorance. I don't know exactly where you can find it, but he's so good for the community. He does such great stuff like this,
Wow.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and space him where he looks better. There we go. But Sao, very great artist. Huge shout out there. So Jiren has been pictured in a banner looking thing announcement on JP.
Yeah.
So Jiren card coming up. What do you think that looks like?
In terms of looks, like I'm kind of picturing a Toppo-esque pose. Not, you know, not justice, but you know, like you see his whole body maybe from a slight distance. Do you get what I mean?
I think they would do the arms crossed with his eyes closed pose for the SSR. You know, when he does the blast and turns around and poses like that. And then maybe for his UR, he'll be in a more of a battle pose, but we haven't seen him really fight, you know? Like he hasn't really had to, the only time he was ever actually in any trouble was with hit. And even then, like he wasn't in a fighting position. He was just kind of struggling to move. And he still like did fine.
He stopped it with his glare. Like, come on, his glare. This guy. Poor hit.
Now, I've said it a million times. What I want for Jiren, is for him to be the Warriors of Justice category, which would include all the other Pride Troopers. We would need cards for them. We would need a Dispo card, maybe a Captain Casserole or whatever his name is, like maybe another like little SRs for the other ones that kind of mattered. But also this would include Mr. Satan. It would include Great Saiya Man and Great Saiya Woman, and maybe like Tapion, because he's a kind of like hero type stuff like that, but like not Goku and Vegeta, because they're not really heroes. Like Goku protects Earth because he lives there. Vegeta protects Bulma because, you know, she's his wife, and he protects Trunks because they're his family. They're an extension of himself. But like he's, you know, like these, like we're talking like real like heroes, and Mr. Satan of course isn't a hero, but like he is viewed that way. So I think having a category like that would be really. What do you think about that?
I'd feel dirty putting Mr. Satan on the team with Jiren and the Pride
LR
Troopers.
Mr. Satan, one of the best units on that team. Yeah.
I get what you mean, but like I just feel a bit weird. The team wouldn't. The thing is, right, with the categories, the reason why I love Shadow Dragons so much, and the reason why I love Fusions and Realm of the Gods, is because the units in them are so cool. Right. So cool. I would need that from the Warriors of Justice category, I think.
Right.
If they did release the other Pride Troopers, I mean, we're really scraping from the bottom of the barrel, in my opinion, once we get
Sure.
past Toppo, Jiren, and Dispo.
Yeah, and then there's that little guy with like the strings. Like I was thinking about him. Maybe he could be an SR, you know, but I don't remember his name because he doesn't matter. I'm just trying to think of like other hero types, but that's pretty much it. So the pool would be limited, but my concern is that he becomes they have that space survival arc category. Yeah. So space survival category leader would be pretty much everyone in the Tournament of Power. So it would be him and Kefla, Ultra Instinct, Goku. Maybe they would add a certain Ultimate Gohan, but not the STR one, just to kind of try to keep the category from being too broken. But they could have a Vegito Blue of some sort in there. They could have all kinds of things. They could introduce Ribrianne exactly. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Ribrianne card. I didn't like her as a character because I think that the joke went on too long. But I mean, she's fine. I don't care, right? Like,
she's all right. She went out in the right way, and I think that's got a lot to do with why we kind of look back on her slightly more fondly than we thought we maybe would.
Yeah. So would they have to release a bunch of new cards, or would they be able to include Kaioken Goku on the Tournament of Power category, or one of the Vegito Blues, or one of the Vegito Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, one of those cards, let one of them on there, or would they have to make entirely new cards? And of course, Angel Gold and Frieza would be on there too.
Yeah, I suppose so. Angel Gold and Frieza absolutely would need to be that in there.
Because the space survival thing doesn't have a like 120% or 150% leader, so that could very easily be what Jiren like is. It is a category, but they don't have a decent lead. So
no. How do you feel about the idea of there being a mass release of like a category for each universe?
Oh, that would be nuts.
Would you run people would be running Universe 6, 7, blah, blah, blah. It would just be absolute chaos.
You'd have to have a card for all of that. No, that wouldn't work at all.
No. But then people I see in the chat are saying, the Universe Survival, Tournament of Power, all that.
Yeah, Tournament of Power is a link skill, and then Space Survival is a category already. So I'm thinking he could be the Space Survival category. And you would include a Super Saiyan Blue Goku, a Super Saiyan God Goku of some sort. Like you would have to include Kaioken Goku because that's shown up a couple times. Ultra Instinct Goku would have to be in there. Vegeta, Angel, Frieza. You'd have to have a Piccolo in there and an Ultimate Gohan. The androids would be in there. The Toppo would be in there. Like all those new cards, all those new characters, and they need to add Ribrianne into the game at some point. They really do. Like I don't care what people say. We need that as a card, even if it's just for giggles. Like we need that.
How would you feel? I was chatting to someone in Discord the other day about this. LR, Caulifla, and Kale as a card. How would you feel about that?
Oh wait, hang on 1 second. I got Infinity asked a while back. I just wanted to make sure I answered at least one question. That was fan art. That Vegito Blue art. That was fan art. I don't know the artist. If someone can tell me who it is, I would greatly appreciate that because I want to shout them out. But yeah, that's not official. It's just fan art. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, all right. It's my friend said, wouldn't it be cool if there was an LR, Kale, and Caulifla card like Tien and Chaozu, Goten and Trunks? Yeah, really working off that duo tag team kind of angle.
Okay. That would be cool. I'd feel good about that, yeah. Because I like them and I like their tag team. I like them working together. I like the way their attacks work together and all that kind of stuff. I like them just in general. So that would be really cool.
Yeah. I would pour so many stones into trying getting them. I think. That is one that I would actually go for, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just opening a bottle of Coke.
There you go.
Going
I thought you
crazy.
were I thought you were doing something completely different. But that's the thing about sounds. You hear something on the other end of a phone or whatever, and you know it could be anything.
You draw your own conclusions.
Exactly. For example, all the times that you hear what sounds like me crying is really just like that's the way my phone rings. So, you know.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's really emotional laughing, really.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just laughing. It would duo category. So like we have enough cards. We eventually get to that point with Kale and Caulifla being a card, LR Androids, LR Tien and Chaozu. There's a couple other cards, like there's a certain Trunks and Goten. There's LR Trunks and Goten, but there's a Trunks
and Goku Black.
Yep. There's a Trunks and a Goten who both have Trunks and Goten show up in their super attack. Also, there's an Android 17 and Android 18 that do that too. There's a couple other units that have guest appearances. LR Hercule has Boo show up. A duo category. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. No, I'm actually all in for a duo category. That would be cool. Can you think of any other cards that have a super attack that features another character?
Oh, that is a tough question. Well, I know that the
father son Gallic Gun, family Kamehameha Gohan, like all those the like LR Gohan has Goku in there.
Yeah. Krillin, Gohan, no, Krillin, Goten, and Trunks all attack in the ultimate.
Okay.
For something or other, I can't remember which cards they were. I think
LR
the ones
Piccolo
that
has a group attack too.
Does he?
Yeah, that would be cool. Pan and Gil or Giru.
Oh.
Don't remind me of GT. That was a terrible time. Gil I liked though. I didn't mind. Like Gil was fine for me. LR Ginyu too. Yeah, it would be mostly LRs on
LR
that category.
Bojack.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of them in there.
It does. That's kind of neat.
There's so many LRs that I'm just thinking of, like in the same fashion of Bojack. I think LR Turles with his henchman would be pretty cool.
That would be cool, yeah. Does Turles deserve the LR though? But then you think, well, Bojack has an LR, so of course Turles does. Yeah. At this point, anything goes.
Yeah, pretty much. You could say that about most of the friggin', the movie villains. Even Slug, he's got his henchman. Metal Cooler, tons of Metal Coolers. That would be pretty sweet.
That would be cool. So duo category. That would be cool, and there are plenty of units. But what do you think? So we haven't seen a whole lot from Jiren as far as him fighting and his fighting ability. We're probably going to see more from him this coming week. Is it tomorrow? Is Dragon Ball back on? I think it is. Tomorrow we got an episode of Super. Yeah,
midnight, I believe. Well,
yes.
1 o'clock
for you, yeah. For me, it's like 8 o'clock or whatever. But yeah, tomorrow is Dragon Ball Super is back on. We will probably see more from Jiren, so we'll probably be able to make better predictions. But since we haven't seen a lot of his fighting style, you want to just take random guesses as to what like his passive skill. Let's not talk about leader skill because let's be real, we have no idea. But what his passive skill and links and stuff like that. What do you think his passive skill could be?
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy. I try and steer clear of this. Takes me back to when Ultra Instinct Goku was on the horizon, and we were talking about everyone with their theories and stuff. I just have no idea with Jiren. I like to be surprised, I suppose. And with the card, I really have no idea. What would you say? Sorry to throw that back at you. I like this
T-Tash Kaioken mechanic. Yeah, the Kaioken mechanic, for those of you that don't know, it's the same thing that that Gohan has, STR Gohan and Ultra Instinct too. Every time they attack, they grow stronger. No turn limitations. I did see very hugely light spoilers. Very, very light spoilers for upcoming episodes of Dragon Ball Super. If you want to mute for 10 seconds, I saw a thing that that said something about Jiren's power grows as he fights, kind of like Hit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, something like that would actually make sense, because if you get stronger as you fight, then yeah, the Kaioken mechanic would make sense for him. Let's see here. DT Gaming, passive skill, damage minus 80% and counters with tremendous damage. That would be cool. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, like damage. Yeah, damage taken. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So Super Vegito type of passive. Maybe not. Maybe he would have one of those sliding scale sorts of things, because we haven't seen what his weakness is. So what if
I could see him being a tank, to be honest.
Yeah, because like every time Goku was attacking him, he was blocking everything. So maybe he takes no damage if your HP is low. But if your HP is high, he does a lot of damage, because when he's on the offense, we do see in the episode preview, Vegeta gets a kick in on his stomach. If Ultra Instinct Goku can't hit Jiren very effectively, how is Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta going to kick him in the stomach like that? And the only thing I can think is he has some sort of weakness similar to Goku's thing, which is he's got Ultra Instinct dodge. Yeah. But he doesn't have Ultra Instinct attack. So maybe Jiren's thing is that he's got Ultra Instinct dodge and attack, but he can't use them both at the same time. Yes, LR Bojack passive, that kind of thing. Something like that would be really cool, I think.
Can I just say as well, with Lord Korra's comment about finding Jiren boring, I agree that he is boring at the moment, but with this episode coming up, definitely getting more interesting.
Takahashi again.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly. The second we get Takahashi, everything the game changes.
Just look at like the indented cheek marks on Vegeta when he's like going in for the punch. It's like, oh god, right. Gohan looks his age finally.
So for you guys that don't know, Takahashi's the animator artist.
Yeah, he's the supervising animator for the next coming episode. He did the Kale Caulifla Super Saiyan God Goku episode that looked so beautiful that everyone was talking about, looking so good.
Yeah.
That's him. He did it pretty much all by himself in 3 weeks. It usually takes him 6 to 8 weeks for a whole team of like a handful of guys to do an episode. He is a freaking genius.
Yeah, he's a monster. He is so good. And if any of you don't know what we're talking about, go check that episode out, or even just screenshots if you don't want things spoiled, because just to look at a still image, you can just tell. It's just...
Yeah, it's like 2 after the special, I want to say, or maybe 3. I don't remember. But yeah, it's the one where Goku fights Kale and Caulifla, and we get Caulifla at the end of that one. Jiren is less boring in the manga. Yeah, they give him more of a backstory. I like that. He's got more of a personality.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, so Krispy Kreme, 90% chance of damage received being reduced to 90% for 10 turns. Ki plus 4 and HP plus 50. That's very specific. HP plus 50% really... defense, 50% for all allies when he supers.
I don't know about that.
I guess because he protects everybody, but nah, yeah, I don't know about. I think that's a little bit much, but I mean, with Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, we've seen some like even Caulifla has a lot of stuff in her passive. But Timothy Mullen says, I was thinking flat out 120% attack. That sounds more like it. But when HP is 30% or less, he gets like attack plus 200% and defense plus 120% and counters all super attacks. That seems more likely. But it's almost like I kind of like the just a flat 120%. He reduces damage coming in, and every attack he gets stronger. I like that idea.
Yeah, let's not make him too ridiculous.
Yeah, that sounds like
I
Jiren.
would not like that.
Yeah,
I would not like for him to just turn up into the game and be the best card without a shadow of a doubt. I don't think he's quite earned that in my eyes yet. By the time he comes out, maybe.
What if he had like a Super Vegito counter mechanic that was on a chance, like a high chance? 70% chance to counter any regular attack, and then like maybe a 30% chance to counter a super attack kind of thing. Because
Ooh.
We've seen him eat the spirit bomb and stuff like that. So maybe give him counter chance, because once again,
Yeah.
Vegeta kicks him right in the gut in the next episode, where that's going to happen. So
Are you talking about mixing the two different kinds of counters both into one character?
yeah, he can counter regular attacks and super attacks, but it's based on a chance.
Yeah, we
I
couldn't
like
have him
that.
doing it every time.
Yeah, and maybe
That
it
would
would be
be insane.
below a certain amount of HP or something like that. Or maybe for him it would be for the first 7 turns, maybe he tires out as a character. I don't know. We'll have to see. Next episode will hopefully reveal a lot about maybe his weakness, maybe like what his whole thing is, you know.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked for it. I really hope that the animation, it's gonna look good. We know that, but I'm really stoked
Yeah.
for what it's gonna like show us. That would be really cool.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing how they pair off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure, and I don't think this is a spoiler, it's just my guess. Frieza's gonna fight Dispo.
Yeah.
I would assume that Gohan and Android 17 are gonna fight Topo,
Yeah.
and obviously Goku and Vegeta will fight Jiren.
Exactly, yeah. Or
I didn't miss
Goku
anyone, did I?
Goku will probably, they'll tell him take this time to relax and heal up because he's still tired. Just take Goku out of the equation for a second.
Yeah. Plus,
Are we
it would be
transitioning
like,
to
"I
Super?
got
Because
this."
I feel like there's nothing else to talk about in
Oh yeah.
in Dokkan anymore.
Just quickly with Dokkan, which banners would you say are coming out in the future? Because I genuinely have no idea. This is for me.
Which banner should you be saving for?
Yeah, I suppose so. Just really what to expect. What you think's probably coming out next?
Well,
Because
they
I know
could all
Gohan's here.
change, right? They could all change.
Okay.
But so far, Vegito Blue and Rosé seem to be the banners to wait for.
Right.
So far.
Okay.
Just because it's a dual fest, you get the free multi. There will probably be step ups, like the first couple are discounted, like they always do on Global.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like that's pretty much where I'm going for. For me, I like Golden Frieza because I have LR Rosé. I mean, not LR Rosé, LR Majin Vegeta and LR Broly, so I can actually make a pretty sick team off of that. I didn't go hard for Ultimate Gohan because I don't have LR Gohan. I'm not pulling for LR Trunks. I'm not pulling for LR Trunks and Goten. Like I don't go for those. It's kind of a waste in my opinion, unless you're willing to spend thousands of stones, and I'm not. And then after that, who else do we have? The Super Vegito banner, also really cool. And the Kefla banner is fun because it's a GSSR and there aren't many units featured. So the chance that you end up walking away with a Kefla that you want is high.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably throw a few into those. But honestly, for me, I would say if you're free to play, the smartest move is skip Bardock, skip Angel Golden Frieza, skip Kefla, yes, even skip Kefla, skip all the LR banners, and wait for Vegito Blue and Rosé. Save all of your stones for that because it's a free multi, it's a platinum banner. Yes, Global might change it, but that's probably the best move.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. No, that's good because I honestly have no idea what to be saving for. So I find myself using stones a bit more because I'm just so uncertain. You know?
I mean, you can throw like 150 at everything. You just throw things at the wall until something sticks, you know. But let's talk about this prince right here. Let's discuss how much. Okay, so we've seen he actually seems to do pretty well. What are Vegeta's chances of walking out of tomorrow's episode?
At all. I mean, he'll survive. Come on.
Like, no, he'll survive, but what are his chances of not getting eliminated?
I mean, let's agree that we'll completely disclude any rumors of Ultra Instinct Vegeta first.
Yeah, okay, so we haven't seen any reason to believe that he'll get Ultra Instinct. We've actually seen reason to believe the contrary because he tries to go Ultra Instinct, gets frustrated really quickly, and starts punching the hell out of that dude, whatever his name is. And then Whis says, "Yeah, that's Vegeta for you." So that's kind of Toriyama's way of saying, "Yeah, not today, guys. Sorry."
Yeah.
By the way, this was also drawn by Sao, Sao.
That's
the same guy. Like this looks exactly like the card. Like he's really good, really good. I highly recommend this guy if you like good art. And he makes these PNG files for us Dokkan tubers to just like throw on top of anything. So I greatly appreciate what he does for the community. He's a great artist, and he makes it available for us tubers and stuff. I'm sure these guys know what we do with their art. We just take it and go, yeah, Vegeta. But yeah, you can see his little insignia there on Vegeta's shoulder. I try to keep those visible, but anyway, yeah, good. We've got some great artists in this community, but so I would say Vegeta's chances of walking out of next episode are pretty much zero.
Yeah,
pretty much zero.
I'm contrary to that. I think that it will be a struggle, but the episode will be spread out for a few fights, so we won't see it won't be a whole episode of Vegeta. I think that he will struggle, and I'm pretty sure I saw him charging a final flash.
Yeah.
So I think Jiren looked a bit surprised about that. He could not, it's all speculation.
Yeah.
I think he'll fire that. It'll be a bit more than he thought. Vegeta will land the kick, and then next episode he'll be like, "Oh, now he's actually going to try." Like, oh god,
yeah. Episode ends with Vegeta all tired and stuff. Like, I got him, and then Jiren on the other side, he just no-sold it, and he's like, "I guess it's my turn to fight back then." Yeah. And then the episode ends there. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about if he goes UI Vegito? Of course, you would say that. No, we're not. Vegeta. I'll actually put money on it. Who wants to bet? Who wants to bet me? I'll bet everyone in the chat up to $600 each that Vegeta does not go Ultra Instinct in tomorrow's episode. Specifically, tomorrow's episode. He definitely doesn't in tomorrow's episode. They would have hyped that in some way.
You're gonna be so annoyed if he just like just starts going, and you're like, he didn't fully transform.
I've had Ultra Instinct the whole time, Kakarot.
And looks at the camera, and you're like, he's looking at me. What?
Turtle-san, I've had Ultra Instinct the entire time.
Nani? Oh man.
Vegeta wouldn't say Taro-san. He would just be like, Taro. Boko.
He's, speaking about this, really reminds me of how Gohan hasn't come any closer to any kind of new form as well. Just completely like he's in the background.
I love the way you word that too. It's just like the most brutal. All the Gohan fans in the audience.
I'm so it's such a disappointed father way of saying it.
He has come nowhere close to getting a new form.
They've completely masked it by like showing all these amazing Gohan moments, and they are awesome. We all know it, but it's like there's not even an inkling of it. He's not been pushed into a corner at all. I don't know. It just really reminded me of that. I just had to put that in there.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's doing well, though. He's doing well. So,
yeah.
Piccolo's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. See you later, buddy. You didn't see the bug guy.
18's gone. So how do we feel?
Oh.
Did I actually predict that on last Zenocast? Did I say literally 18 was going to save 17 and they were going to have a nice bro sis moment in that exact scene?
I think you did.
I think I did. I think so. That's the first time I've ever had a prediction that specific actually come true. So that's pretty weird. I'm not patting my back. I'm just exclaiming at how strange that is, because I was like, what would be nice And then apparently Toei thought the same. Me and Toei are usually not on the same page. That's why that's so shocking to me.
But this, of course, means that 17 is not long for this world.
Now, who do you think is next, 17 or Gohan?
Oh, 17, 100%.
You think so?
Yeah, I will let out a huge sigh if Gohan leaves before 17.
I think so too, just because there's like 17 had his moment, didn't he? Would you say he had his moment against Annie Lazo?
He's been consistent. He's one of those characters who's kind of he's cool all the way through. He's obviously very powerful. He works really well with 18. And yeah, he's had epic moments, but there's just nowhere to go now from it. I can't see him taking down Toppo. I can't see him maybe taking down Dispo.
I think he can take Dispo. Yeah, I think he and Dispo actually stalemate. The more I think about it, because I think Dispo will always be faster, and 17 will always be able to block an incoming attack. So I think 17 can't get a hit off. Neither can Dispo. Because 17 will see the attack coming. He'll know when the attack's coming, but he won't have the speed to keep up with him. So those two would stalemate. I think Frieza versus Dispo will be cool until Frieza transforms, and I think Frieza completely overwhelms Dispo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
17 made Goku go Super Saiyan Blue. Gohan had to ask.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Is 17 stronger than Gohan right now?
I would probably say not.
I think Gohan's stronger. I think he is a timid guy, right?
Yeah.
And I think he doesn't let his full power out most of the time. And I think that's kind of a subconscious thing that he doesn't mean to do. So he's always got, like, that's why he's always, his power is based on his emotions. That's always been his gimmick since he was little. That's why I think it is because he's gentle. He's a nice guy. Like, he doesn't want to hurt anyone. So
yeah.
He even said against the Namekians, he said, "Oh, these guys are strong enough to handle my full power attack without dying. So,
good point. Very good point.
So I do think Gohan is stronger than 17, and I think he was stronger before the tournament started, but he was just being too timid. Just like, especially when he's fighting his dad, he doesn't want to hurt his dad. But TFS Gohan wants to hurt his dad, but real Gohan doesn't.
But now that Piccolo's gone, there might be that kind of knock-on effect from that. I'm on my own. I've really step up.
Yeah.
Piccolo's gone. I got to pull the weight for Piccolo. It's no hold bars at this point. Especially
absolutely. Yeah. I kind of thought, I think it was a few episodes ago, or maybe it was on your stream where we were hanging out. Where I said from the get-go, at some point Piccolo is going to get eliminated, and it's going to push Gohan and kind of make him realize how serious that is. We haven't seen that though.
Yeah,
I would still really like to. That would be great if he's like, this is for Piccolo, this is for all the people that are depending on me, this is for Videl, this is for Pan. And he powers up to full for real this time.
That's the thing, though, isn't it? He will be eliminated, but when he does, it's going to be a beautiful moment. He's that guy. He's going to give it his all. We don't really understand the full extent of his powers. He's just going to go, full on doing it for the family, people, and just really impress us. But get eliminated nonetheless.
Right.
That was a really good effort, mate. Like, really good. But you are going to get.
So
eliminated.
How would that work out? Would he like sacrifice himself to take out maybe Toppo towards the end? Like he and Toppo go down together?
Well, I've actually heard this really stupid theory, and this doesn't count as a spoiler, but I want to get your opinion on it while we're talking about Toppo.
Okay.
Somebody said that perhaps Toppo has a transformation.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Someone said it might be like a kind of God of Destruction-esque thing because he's potentially training to be a God of Destruction or something. I don't know if that's manga only or it's in the series, but it's definitely in one of the two at least.
In the manga, it's already been stated that he's in line to be God of Destruction.
Yeah,
and in the manga they say that Jiren's stronger than what's his face, their God of Destruction. I keep forgetting, Belmont or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
the clown God of Destruction. It's been stated in the manga that Jiren's stronger than him, and Toppo is in line to be God of Destruction.
I just don't know where they can go with that guy.
Yeah, I don't either.
Nothing interests me about him.
Maybe like he gets like, I don't know. He's already such a wacky design.
He's got a red aura.
Right.
Justice Flash, he's quite good with his sleeper holds and stuff.
Okay, so would it be against the rules if like the Angel of Universe 11 said, Toppo, you are now God of Destruction. I promote you now, and I demote Belmod, and then he gets Hakai energy. Would that be illegal against the rules?
No, I don't think it would be against the rules.
So that could be, they could do that as a last ditch effort. Like, oh, things are looking bad. Let's promote Toppo now. And then, because he was already in line to be God of Destruction, then he'll be able to Hakai anyone.
But the only way I see that happening, well, there's two problems I see with that. Is one, the gods of destructions themselves aren't allowed to enter.
Right, so then he's immediately disqualified, yeah.
Or they have such confidence in Jiren that the only way I could see them resorting to that is if Dispo gets eliminated, not really that much of a concern for them, I imagine, or Jiren before Toppo, and I just can't see that. Can't see it happening.
Yeah, what if Jiren's whole thing is like, like he gets knocked out by Vegeta next episode, and we're all just like, oh, okay. And then Toppo goes, well, I didn't want to have to use this, and then he does his transformation, and he's got like now he's got really small arms and really big legs instead. He doesn't have a mustache, but like a really long braided beard. Like just like the opposite. He's like, now I'm Opot. Like,
yeah. It could be. I mean, like I don't know if you ever watched Bleach. Did you ever watch that?
I never did, no.
Well, there's this character in it. One of my favorite villains of all time. Main villain, his name's Aizen, and a lot of the people in the chat will probably know who that is. But basically, it starts the series. He's the most unassuming guy, glasses, really friendly, loved by all, hair down, just flat hair. Gets killed. Turns out, he was the bad guy all along, and he's insanely strong, beyond reasoning strong. So he kind of blends into the background, and you believe that this guy would die. And, it kind of reminds me of like, quite a few animes have done it now since I've seen Bleach, but unassuming Toppo, we feel like we've seen everything from him. We know he's strong, but he kind of blends into the background, and that could potentially mean, that he was the most powerful one all along. That could definitely be a thing. Definitely not this way. I wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't either.
But I'm just saying they've recycled that formula before in quite a few things that I've seen.
Sure. And Dragon Ball is definitely not one to hold back from recycling things and taking inspiration from other places. I mean, just look at Ribrian. That's a whole genre of just stealing jokes. But
oh yeah,
let's be real. The whole arc, this entire thing has been leading up to Ultra Instinct Goku versus Jiren. That is going to be the closer. That is how this whole thing ends. No one's fooling anyone. Like this is the main event. let's not.
Yeah, this is why you bought your ticket.
Yeah, let's be real about it here. This is what it's about. Right here, this guy. That's what it's all. He's gonna master it. His whole shirt's gonna blow off. He and Jiren are gonna have a massive fight, and they're gonna ring each other out. And Zeno's gonna go, "Oh, I guess there's no winner. Oh, I guess both universes get erased, and then real quickly, like Goku like Kamehamehas both Zenos in the face, like he and Jiren both like blast both of them or whatever, and then Supreme Grand Priest whatever goes, oh, I guess you guys are the new Zenos, and then Goku and Jiren put their arms up like the Zenos do, because now they're the Zenos, and then Goku wakes up and is like, oh my goodness, what's going on? What's happening? And Chi-Chi runs in and she goes, it was all a dream, Goku. Now you need to go off to that tournament. And then the end of Z happens. Yay! GT's still canon!
Oh, finally you're awake, Grandpa. We can go on our grand tour.
Yeah, here's Pan. Yay! All grown up now.
Sigh.
Yeah, that would be just a big middle finger to everyone been watching this whole time. Oh, that would suck. That would be the worst ending possible in anything.
Oh my days. I can't believe, right? When I go back and I watch an episode, like if I'm just chilling and like I got a couple of minutes to spare or something, I'll kind of look on Crunchyroll and where I watch Dragon Ball Super, and I'll look back through the episodes and I'll think, there's been so many cool episodes. Let's see which one I want to watch back just to kill time or something. And I realized the Tournament of Power really hasn't been that long,
No, it's been a few months. Like the actual tournament has been a few months. The arc, like they've been leading up to it for a very long time.
I mean, I'm glad that it's progressed as far as it has, but the tournament, it hasn't really been going on that long.
Yeah.
Like, if we were to, like, watch the episodes back to back one day, like, I don't think it would be, like, a whole day. I wonder how long it would actually take to watch all of the Tournament of Power from start to where we are now.
All right, so here's what you'd have to do. Multiple screens, different character interactions. It should take 40 minutes to watch the whole Tournament of Power. Because the whole thing is, 40 minutes. Although, there's that whole thing about, like, the 5 minutes on Namek thing with Frieza saying 5 minutes, blah, 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 and it was, like, 7 episodes. People have been saying for a long time that they slow down the combat to a speed that we can see, because we mortal humans can't see how fast they're going. So you have to give like the expansion of time and stuff. So, by the way, hey Sully, how's it going? I see you.
Hey Sully.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I don't know how to answer any of these. Like, it gets to a point, like pretty much every Dragon Ball tuber gets to a point where we're talking about stuff, and that moment where you just go, look, I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't add up. Yeah. Okay, fine. You caught me. It doesn't add up. Do I still watch the show? Yes. Does it make sense? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it does.
I look back on it now, because I don't know about you, and I'm not saying it's going to end anytime soon, but I do feel like the Tournament of Power is wrapping up. And I look back on the tournament, like just scrolling through the episodes, and I think obviously there are some amazing moments, absolutely brilliant, well animated, interesting, interactive, character development. But I don't know. I feel like maybe we could have drawn it out a bit more.
Yeah, I think like there were a lot of episodes where it was like one character had their episode, like the Universe 4 Bug and Invisible Guy and all of that. Like they had their episode. Those made sense. Ribrianne could have been shortened. Like they could have done less with her. That would have been totally fine. A couple other fights they could have dragged out a little longer though. Like, I feel like everything was very episodic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like this week, we're going to get rid of this universe.
Yeah.
Like, all right, okay.
Super in general is very episodic. I do miss the days in Z. I know Z kind of drags on, like drag on Ball Z, like that whole thing, and it's true. You know, Goku screams for half an episode just to fill things out. But I do miss like tuning in every week with Goku still fighting Frieza to a certain degree. Like, yeah, it got old after a while, but for at least 3 or 4 weeks, it was like, dude, what's gonna happen next with this fight? But that was like, honestly, Kai does it so brilliantly. It's like 3 episodes of Goku versus Frieza. It's Goku in his base form. By the end of that, we find out he's been using Kaioken the whole time. He uses Kaioken times 20. He uses the Spirit Bomb. It doesn't work. And then he transforms into Super Saiyan. And all this, and it's like, oh, what's going to happen? Like, that was all in like 2 episodes.
I know. I actually have, for the past few Christmases and birthdays, asked for Kai on Blu-ray. So I actually have everything that I can get in the UK, which is up till after Gohan beats Cell, basically. And I gotta say, watching it was so much more of a pleasure because they paced it so much better. But sorry, I just saw a question that I really like the look of. Do you mind?
Sure, go for it.
It's from Timothy Mullen. Hey, Terra and Zaniel, I have to ask you, do you guys think the Tournament of Power arc is currently better than the Goku Black arc?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the Black arc is my absolute favorite thing about maybe even excluding Dragon Ball. From Z to Super, like that is, I think, my favorite section of just Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super combined. Dragon Ball, I don't want to say, because Dragon Ball, like, I put Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z in different categories, because Dragon Ball is a fun adventure, like comedy kind of series, and Dragon Ball Z is like a shonen manga series. And Super is very much more Dragon Ball Z than Dragon Ball, but the Black arc, honestly, is my favorite thing to come out of from Raditz showing up on Earth to present day. It honestly is just so good. The mystery, not knowing who Black was for so long, the way Future Trunks' PTSD in the beginning, like, you know, all those moments of showing just how messed up in the head he is when he swings at Goku, like everything. Some of the animation, like that's when it really started getting good. They killed Bulma first episode. Yeah. Like they took so many risks, and it starts to fall flat a little bit, but name one single saga in Dragon Ball Z that doesn't have a moment that you're like, yeah, we could do without this. The Saiyan saga has Snake Way and like the training to become a joke master with King Kai. The Frieza saga has the 5-minute battle that lasts for 1 million episodes. The Cell saga has all kinds of crap you can pick apart. The Majin Buu saga is mostly garbage. Like, it really is. And then, of course, like, I don't think anyone would argue that maybe Battle of Gods the movie is better than the Black arc. Like, I could see that being an argument, but I mean, I could see that being an argument, but I don't think anyone's going to argue that the saga is better, especially with episode 5. I don't think anyone's going to argue that the Resurrection F saga is better, and nobody's going to argue that the Universe 6 arc is better. Maybe that one episode with Hit Goku and the Kaioken Blue thing, maybe that one episode, but not
think
the
Universe
whole thing.
6 arc is highly overlooked.
Yeah, maybe so, but it definitely has a lot of garbage in the first half. Like there's a lot of garbage in that you have to sort through before you get to the good stuff.
I'm 100% a huge fan of that kind of light and darkness, evil twin, good twin, kind of I'm missing the word, dynamic.
Yeah.
Huge, always have been, always will be. And the fact that there was this evil Goku with his own transformation, and he's an absolute monster. I loved every second of that arc.
Yeah, it was honestly like the Zeno button ending.
Who can turn that down?
Like you get the Zeno button ending was that sucked. Like, and we all knew it was coming, so that's what made it not so bad for me. Is I was like, oh well, like he's immortal, so at some point Zeno's gonna beat him, and that's how they're gonna like. They already foreshadowed that, so I already knew that. But in order to make it a perfect arc, there is no perfect arc in Dragon Ball so far, in my opinion. But in order to make that a perfect arc, all they have to do is end it where Trunks slices Zamos in half. I don't care about the power scaling. I don't care that Trunks in Super Saiyan shouldn't be as strong as Fusion Zamos because Vegito Blue, blah, blah, blah. That would put them on the string. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. That moment was so powerful, and Trunks deserved that so much. If they had just ended it right there and said, we'll use the Super Dragon Balls in our universe to wish your whole universe back or whatever. Or, you know, like everyone gets destroyed and Trunks moves in with Goku and becomes part of the main cast. Yeah, maybe they can't make that happen. But if they had just like given Trunks some sort of real happy ending that isn't like the bullshit one that they came up with where
there'll be two of
there's
him.
There's two of him. So he and Mai are just like in this weird, like, whatever.
They could fuse and it would just be Trunks.
Yeah. What do you call now? Trunks. I'm Trunks.
I think my jacket's shorter. I can't tell. I don't know.
Nope, everything's the same. What if purple hair Trunks and blue hair Trunks fused together? Would they have like orange, like, or would they have like purple tips on blue hair or blue tips, or would it be like half of it? Would it be split down the middle?
I would. That's the thing. Like the whole hair thing. I would have liked
no, their name would be Two Runks.
Two Runks. Oh.
2 Runks. Good night, everybody. No.
Just hear the mic hit the floor.
Yeah. Two Runks. Oh god, that's the dumbest thing I've ever said in my entire life.
I freaking love it. And that's why I'm still here. But yeah, the future Trunks arc, I went into it with the concern that actually wasn't the Trunks that we knew. He was an alternate domain, like some other timeline, because his hair was blue. There was speculation he wasn't even a Saiyan. So when he turned Super Saiyan for the first time, I sighed a huge sigh of relief.
When he used Masenko, you're like, okay, he was trained by Gohan. Like they're kind of bringing that home.
Yeah. I was genuinely worried about that. So, yeah, everything just played out the way I wanted it to. From Goku fighting Goku Black as a Super Saiyan and him in his base form, that was amazing. I still watch that fight every now and then.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's such a good one.
Oh, God, I wish it went on for longer.
Right.
But then there you go. There's that episodic thing. You know, he turns up, a bit of dialogue, they fight, he gets sucked away, and that's the end of that. Till obviously more epicness ensues. You know,
right?
It's the way it goes. We get another episode where it's like, oh, Trunks got to go see Gohan, which is interesting, but you know, not quite what we wanted to see. Yeah,
and that is the problem. Is more Vegito Blue would have been nice. More everything would have been nice. Yeah. Here's another one from same guy. All of these. I just like all my favorite pictures are from the same guy. I just realized, but yeah, nice Goku Black for you. But
I'm sad that he's had his day now.
I am sad. I would like to see him come back. What do you think about Frieza becoming a main cast kind of person?
I'm down with that.
I am too. Like Goku Black obviously can't be like a main cast character. He's just too evil, but like Frieza's kind of getting a little kinny with everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but sadly, I kind of feel like he's playing him. You know, it's an act.
Of course he is.
As much as I sometimes fall into that trap where I'm like, hey,
he's not so bad. He is very bad. Frieza's a very, very...
Yeah, as Goku said, he's the the most evil guy in the universe kind of deal.
He is a psychopath, literally a psychopath.
Yeah.
Any doctor would
But
diagnose him as such. Actually, let me pull up a good Frieza pick, but oh yeah, this one's always nice. This one's always a classic. Look at him, he's so sweet. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Still waiting for it to pop up.
Right? He wouldn't hurt a fly. Look at him, he's sweet.
Oh, he wants a hug. That is the hug.
He wants a hug.
Like, hey, that guy needs a hug.
Right.
His little purple chest plate warms up whenever he's happy. Bloom. Like, oh, he's happy. It's fine.
Also, how do you think the English dub is going to handle that scene where Goku angrily shouts at Goku Black, "So you're black!" How do you think they're going to handle that? Are they going to translate it directly, or are they going to try to, "So you're Black Goku."
So you're the evil me. So you're the evil me. Stop your tyranny. Yeah. Like, why?
Or, I mean, I apologize if in advance if this offends anyone. We here at Dokkan Battle and Zandiel, and we all feel the same way, that everyone is equal and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
do you kind of hope that, because I don't think the word black has I don't think that the way they named him has any sort of pun to it in Japanese.
No.
Do you kind of hope that Funimation has at least one line that pokes fun at the fact that people are constantly saying, "I'm not sure about this black guy. I mean Goku Black." You know what I meant though, right? Like, do you kind of hope that they actually address that awkwardness of translating his name?
Maybe.
Or is that too...
Isn't it like Son, the Japanese refer to their surname most of the time, like Son Goku.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say Goku. So Goku Black
it's almost like Black. I've always thought of him as his name is Goku Black. Like, he's not Black Goku. He's not a Black Goku. He's Goku Black. Like, just I don't know why, but for me it's like a surname. Like, Black is a surname.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Really, it's evil Goku is pretty much what it is. But like, Black Buraku sounds cool in Japanese, so that's what they took. And now we're stuck over here in 2018, where there are, Funimation is based in America. There are some racial issues that have been in the media and news lately, and now we've got this character named Black who's a bad guy, and we have to write dialogue for him. So it's automatically going to be awkward sometimes, and I kind of hope they lean into it a little bit and just admit, this is weird. This is kind of awkward to write dialogue for this character.
Would you be annoyed if they were constantly like, "It's you, this guy"?
If they shied away from it, that would be obnoxious. Like, just, his name is Goku Black. Like, if you have to keep saying Goku Black, it's you again, whatever. But
yeah,
because in like the one scene I keep thinking about is when Black shows up to the old timeline, our timeline, for the first time, and he looks down. He's like, "Prince Vegeta. Oh, that's Son Goku." And he goes over there and he's like, "So it's you. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time." And Goku looks up at him and goes, "And you're black, huh?" That's what he says to him. Read the subtitles. That's literally what he says to him. I wonder how they're going to handle things like that. Like, how do you, knowing what we know with words and with our current climate in the States, not so much the UK, but you guys have it a little bit too. But specifically the States, way you sensationalize the media to would you agree a more ridiculous, like, to a more ridiculous level than you guys do with your media?
Yeah,
Yeah, so like
absolutely.
we are like freaking out about race relations and stuff like that over here. So
Could
yeah,
they call him
that's
Dark
gonna.
Goku?
I mean, but they can't because that's being a wuss. Like that's giving
Yeah,
up.
no, I
And they
agree.
already named him Goku Black in the video game. So, but okay,
Mm,
so the guys have said that they have recorded dialogue for Mr. Satan calling him Hercule. So I
yeah.
wonder if they're gonna give him like Goku Dark or whatever and
Uh,
like the 4 Kids dub if they ever do that.
it's tough, isn't it? We've really stumbled into a bit of an area here.
Yeah,
I,
because like
I,
like we're very sensitive, especially here in the States. I cannot stress
mm,
enough that it's like it's mostly like marketing for children in the States is going to be really, really tough because just the fact that there's a villain named Black might be enough that they go, we need to change his name. Mr. Satan's name
yeah,
is Hercule. They've already recorded, dialogue with him saying Hercule in case they have they end up on a
ooh,
kids program or whatever, you know.
yeah.
So I don't know. It's
I
interesting.
just before I forget, I don't know if you know this, but I found this insanely interesting, and I definitely will be watching it. It's off topic, but it is super. Did you know that the English dub for the episode with the pink gel Vegeta, you know the one I'm talking about?
Hmm.
The voice of the pink gel Vegeta is the original voice actor for Vegeta in the Saiyan
No
saga.
way! That's
Yeah, man.
awesome.
It's
Brian
so
Drummond.
yeah, it's so cool. I saw
Awesome.
my friend Sam was telling me about it the other day. He said the right at the end of the episode, Vegeta gets like, you know, this guy, the gel absorbs and spits him out, and he's like, "Oh, what happened to my power?" And he goes, you're too weak," and all that. And oh my days, it was such a blast from the past just to hear that one sentence. And I saw
That's
the preview for the
awesome.
next episode, and he's talking to him. He's like, "You were meant to do this, weren't you? Gallic gunfire." And it's
Mm,
insane, man. Honestly, when we end this live stream, go check it out. I mean, everyone, go check that out right now
I
if you
am.
haven't.
I
But
am.
immediately come back,
That is awesome.
man.
That is really cool, and that's awesome of Funimation to do that little throwback to the past. Because honestly,
Right?
controversial opinion coming up. I love Brian Drummond and the
Same.
entire Ocean dub.
Mm.
So much more than the Funimation dub.
He's
So much
so
more.
cool.
I don't like
I
how censored the Ocean dub was, you know, like because they like I'll send you to the next dimension, like all that shit. Like I
yeah.
don't care about that, but like I mean I do care. It makes me upset, but um, yeah, it's the voices like you know Goku is portrayed too heroic in all the English dubs. That's kind of just how it is.
Mhm.
I've made my peace with that, but their Goku sounds so much more like Moscow Nozawa because they go for like higher pitched vocals. They go for guys that sound more innocent and more like young and pure of heart and stuff. And
Yeah.
you know, Sean Schemmel definitely does the dumb Goku well, though. I'll give him that. Like he does Goku doesn't understand how like social situations work. He does that well. He definitely
Yeah.
does that whole huh? Wait, you're supposed to like shake people's hands when you meet them? Like he
Like,
does
I
that
am
really
Lord
well.
Goku. I am Goku, my lord, sir. Please may I
What yeah, the
love
West yeah, T-Dash, thank you. The Westwood dub, Ocean Voices, funny dub lines. Yeah. But they're still not quite the way like if we could get an Ocean dub of Kai, that would be the best
yeah.
English dub of Dragon Ball Z personally. Because Kai's better than Z. I don't care what anyone says. You can
Yeah.
watch the driving episode on your own. That's the only reason to watch Z. Besides that, like the one-off episodes you can watch separately, like a movie. But Kai is
Yeah.
just infinitely better. Like it's closer to the manga so that makes the purists happy.
Visually, it looks
It looks
amazing.
better. Yeah, the audio is better in the Japanese version specifically. The audio is much better because the audio is
So
crap
good.
on the old Japanese for whatever reason. But how is Chris Ayres and his health? I don't know. I don't have any information about that. But Chris Ayres' voice of Frieza, I haven't heard anything. To my knowledge, he's still in this doing about the same. He's got COPD, which is a lung condition, so it affects his performance, what he does. It affects his ability to voice act. So a lot of money has been raised. The community has been giving and giving and giving, but it's down to what kind of treatments he can get. To my knowledge, he's still kicking. I haven't heard any news about him passing or anything like that. I don't think his condition is that. I don't know. I don't think it's that serious that we're concerned about that. I think we're just. I think we're just concerned about whether he can work again.
Yeah, I don't have any information on that really. I just wish him well, and obviously,
like I know with COPD, even in the worst situations, I think a lot of the time your worst case scenario is that you're in an iron lung. Like they have machines that can make you breathe and stuff, but I don't know how serious is. I'll have to look into that, but I do know that he's unable to work, and that does suck. And we're all wishing him well. And and his brother, I forget his name, but the guy who does Frost voice absolutely kills it. And if he's got to step in for his brother, honestly, that's the best way to do it. And that's the most. I love that they got his brother in on that, because that's as close as you're gonna get, you know.
Oh yeah,
no one can be mad by that.
But seriously, I'm glad that I was the one to tell you about that Vegeta voice, because you will not be disappointed. It's truly a delight.
Be so happy.
Just watching the episode again is fine because it's not that bad, but that just it's a beautiful ode to Dragon Ball Z.
I've been watching the dub kind of here and there, just out of curiosity, like certain scenes. Like I want to watch certain episodes. So
I know that his voice is the voice of Leon Kennedy from the Resident Evil games.
Okay, I actually don't like Hit's English voice as much, but it's fine. You know what I mean? Like it's I'm trying to be fair, because definitely the new talent for Funimation is good, and I'm trying to be fair because I know I have the bias of watching the Japanese first. I know that.
Some big names though.
Yeah, they're definitely, the talent's definitely there. They're definitely good. I just, it's hard for me. It's hard because I'm so used to Hit sounding like this. I'm so used to Zama sounding like this. Honestly, I think the best thing about the Funimation dub is I really hope that the Rosé voice that Sean Schemmel does, I hope that's his just regular Goku Black voice.
The beautiful thing about Rosé that I find is, and this is Dokkan basically, is that even though, we got Vegito Blue, he's so hype. He's the combination, the fusion of Goku and Vegeta, and that's the big card that people want. When it comes to Zamasu and Goku Black, fused Zamasu is not the hype. He is not really drawing any attention, even though he's more powerful. It's still Rosé that everyone wants to see.
Yep.
And I think that's just a testament to how cool the character is. So when they do his voice, I have no doubt in my mind that it will be an absolute delight to watch again.
Because we talked about the original Goku Black voice already, didn't we? Yeah,
we did.
As a quick recap for those of you that weren't here for that, in an interview with Chris Sabat, the voice director and voice of Vegeta and Piccolo, he said that when they did Goku Black's original voice for Xenoverse, they had no information about his character. And then what I'm thinking with that, so they changed his voice with Rosé. Now, Sean Schemmel does change his voice a little bit with each Super Saiyan transformation. Just a little bit. You can tell he deepens with each level of Super Saiyan to the point where Super Saiyan 4 is down here, just almost at Goku Black level. And like Super Saiyan
now.
I'm stronger now.
I've got no eyebrows.
Yeah.
That's how we have. You want to die.
But
Like,
so
come
yeah,
on, Woody Woodpecker.
yeah. So he deepens his voice with each level of transformation. Super Saiyan Blue has its own kind of Goku voice to it. I don't think the raspy "all mortals will die." I don't think that voice is going to be Goku Black's voice. I think they gave him that voice because they didn't know about his character. And I think his Rosé form, the way he sounds in that form, is the way they're going to approach it because he sounds like who? Zamasu in the English dub.
Super Saiyan Rosé Goku Black.
I love that. He sounds so it's got that perfect it's that like almost British accent, you know what I mean? Like it's
kind of like an elite, an elitism,
like the proper villain, the villain who lives in a mansion, who's got like lots of like it's perfect. His Rosé voice is perfect. I hope so much that they just scrap the raspy Goku Black voice and just keep that perfect villain voice that he has in Rosé form. I really hope they do that.
I'm sure they will. Yeah, it's just too perfect.
Oh, and Chris Sabat also kind of hints at that too. He says like, the dub might be a little bit different because when we get the games, like we only have so much information because the games are in production for so long, and the Japanese are very very quiet about like what information they release even to us. So that's I think what he was hinting at is that the raspy Goku Black was a mistake that they're going to correct. And maybe it's just hopeful thinking, but
when Xenoverse first came out, as a pre-order bonus, I believe you got Goku Black when he was very much like hinted at, like the posters were coming out and stuff like that. So it was a very long time before the actual arc started. So you got him, and it was kind of like just playing an avatar of a character who you had no idea about yet. And the voice was, like you said, extremely different. And then obviously months and months and months passed, and you got Super Saiyan Rosé Goku Black in DLC when the arc was out. And they copied his moves from the anime perfectly. I'm just put that out there. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Yeah, they knocked it out of the park.
And they got the voice. I'm just so happy with how it came out. It's perfect. Just perfect. They couldn't have done it better. But yeah, they really perfected the English elitist voice. So yeah, even Zamasu's voice actually in the game is very similar to Goku Black Rosé's voice. Obviously different because they're in different bodies, but very similar at the same time. And I can't see them straying away.
They should be similar too, because they're the same. Like Mosco Nozawa, you can tell she does a certain inflection to her voice that when you hear her and Zamasu talking, they kind of have that same smug, sinister sort of sound to them.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, she definitely had the info that her character is Zamasu. I'm being Zamasu right now, but I'm using my Goku voice. Like, she definitely knew what she was doing with that. And Sean knows now that they're probably starting to work on that. Actually, I don't know how far along the voice acting is for all of that kind of stuff. I know how it works in Japan. That's one of the last things that happens is the voice acting. But maybe Sean's already recording those vocals. And I hope so badly that they make what I believe is the right decision and keep the Rosé voice as the main voice, because they didn't know he was Zamasu when they did the original Goku Black voice. And now that they know, the Rosé voice like makes so much more sense. Like they sound kind of like each other. So I don't know, maybe it's just wishful thinking because I prefer the Rosé voice so much. And I just hate how cliche and campy and stereotypical that Goku Black voice is, but
I'm stronger now. Like, okay, all right. It's a bit sexual
much,
predatory. Like, okay, not so cool.
It's a bit much. Yeah,
especially during those long dialogues. What do you think of this color? I sound like the Cookie Monster over here.
Rosé is the main voice we know because of Fighters. Is that confirmed?
I cannot confirm that personally, but yeah.
If that's true, then awesome. Awesome.
I will be right back. Okay, I'll be
Okay.
right back.
So guys, for all of you guys in the States, we beat them. We stole this country from the British, and it feels good. It feels real good. Feels real good, man. I'm so glad we won. Yeah. Yeah, basically it's just so nice. It's so nice to have this whole country that we just took from England. We just swept it right out from under them. And it's really nice. It's good. It's good to bask in the glory and the victory. And wait, hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I'm still here. I'm still here. I just gotta scooch back a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. You ready? Sing it with me. Nope. Never mind. Okay. Anyway. How long does it take to beat a joke into the ground? Find out next time on Zenocast. So, we bought some from France. That's true. Fine. History. So Rosé's voice when does he have dialogue before he transforms? Is that true? I don't know if I punched the mic. Hey, welcome back, buddy. We weren't talking about anything at all.
Just a dead silence.
No, it was just dead silence. No, I said something about how wonderful it is that we stole this country from the Brits and how great it is to have this full country that we just took right from under you guys. And I played a little bit of the Star Spangled Banner, and then I felt that it was overplayed. And honestly, I forgot the rest of the notes, and I didn't want to hit a bad note, so I just stopped where I
was. This is how the conversations go between me and Tero. We just keep going till one of us laughs.
Yeah, that's
pushing the envelope, as it were.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm a fan.
Do you feel any offense by people talking about like your country at all? Weird question.
No, not really.
Yeah,
I think that we're a fortunate country in the sense that we can really laugh at ourselves well. I mean, take Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, one of the biggest, to say it PG, Mickey takings of English people and their culture, and we loved it. We lapped that stuff up. Yeah. Absolutely love it. So no, I wouldn't say we do.
We're generally seen as bad at taking criticism, I guess, because like we sell more flags than probably anyone, honestly. Like, we're just like the whole patriotism thing is such an important thing for us over here.
Yeah, you could burn a UK flag in front of me.
Yeah, and you'd be like, wait, a waste of £1.20, buddy, or whatever, however much it costs over there. But
mate, why?
Like, here's my whole thing is like, if people come after that, they don't know how to get to me. Like, if they're coming after me for where I live, like you don't know, you have no idea how to troll me. Like, you don't understand. I'm on the internet. Yeah. I have a comment section that I go into frequently. Like, you got to try harder than that, man. I have people, every other comment is like, you look like you need some sleep. And that's literally just what my face looks like. So like,
I slept 8 hours.
Yeah, I slept 8 hours every night for the last, like, I've slept even more because I've been sick lately. That's not why I look bad. Like, that's just like, my eyes are sunken in. I have bags under my eyes. Like, it's the structure of my face. It's the lighting. that makes it even worse. Like, it's just, my face just looks like this. And I constantly have people like, you all right, man? You look like you're about to die. Nope. Just
like, I was fine, but thanks for bringing that up. Cheers, confidence bit. What a way to start my day.
Yeah, I take it as sweet. I think people are concerned. Like, they're like, oh man, like because I put out that video talking about how I'm working myself to death on this channel, and I need to stop doing that because this isn't my, like, this isn't my 9 to 5. Like, I can't be treating it like that. So I take it as concern. People are concerned, and they're starting to notice things like that now more because I put out that video. But I assure you, I've got my schedule good. It's working out. I haven't recorded a video there might not be a video tomorrow. I haven't recorded one. I didn't feel like recording today. And, I kind of just got over the sickness. I'm still kind of taking it easy. And so there might not be a video tomorrow because I just wasn't really feeling up to it. I recorded a bunch while I was sick, and I decided, you know what, it's time to take a day off. So I'm good. Thank you for your concern. I'm good. But
glad to hear it.
Yeah. So basically, if you're making fun of the country I live in, keep in mind that I have my face picked at every 3 comments. So up the ante a bit. Up the ante a bit.
I don't really get any compliments, insults like that. People seem oddly fixated on my facial hair or haircut, but I tell you what I think it is. I think subtract the fact that me and you as YouTubers, I would say, are generally nice guys. We're positive YouTubers. For
a YouTuber, you are a pretty nice guy, but then behind the scenes, I know that, you like to do terrible, terrible things like pet puppies, but like the wrong way.
That's false, everyone. That's false. And you know why? Because I said it in an English accent.
You can trust that. Oh, yeah. How's the dog doing?
The dog, yeah, he's good. He's good.
What's his name? I never found out his name, or maybe I forgot. Reggie?
Reggie is his name.
Reggie.
Yeah,
I love giving them I love giving pets like people names. I don't know why. It's just so good. But cool. I'm glad. We need more dog vlogs.
Right. I will work on that. I've been meaning to, actually. Yeah. But people generally, you can't insult my country. I really don't care. We're just built that way. But if anyone goes after anyone I know, that's when I get triggered, man.
Yeah,
like,
I remember
one
specific example of somebody that can honestly go to hell. If you're watching this right now, get out of here.
Go away.
Get out. Yeah, you're a piece of crap. You know what you did. That guy was just trolling though. Like, he was just like, sometimes you just try to get at somebody. You just try to hurt someone's feelings, and you just go for whatever you can. And
he was trying to get his moment in the sun.
Yeah,
basically. So for you who don't know, and this is like, well, actually, you probably wouldn't know except for Ezzy there. I won't go into details, but this is just a general thing for people on the internet. Some people just kind of want a slice of the pie. They want to interact with people in the public eye. And by no means am I saying that myself or Tara are particularly famous or anything. I mean, here you guys are, which we're very thankful for. But some people will just say really hurtful things to invoke a response from you. And if I ever see anyone's going at, say, Tero, Sully, Ezzy Inspired, Epic Mewtwo, Shattered Enigma, or someone that I know in real life, oh man, I just freaking, that's my breaking point. I cannot handle it. But I'm getting better at that through people like you, Tero, just kind of talking me off the edge. I'm not saying I go absolutely mental, or ballistic,
because it is still just the internet. But yeah, sometimes it does. We are human, and like, I know this. I used to respond to trolls a lot, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, nah, I'm just not gonna do that. Like, if it's an obvious troll, then I won't respond. Like, okay, so basically my new rule is that if a comment like hits me in the feels in any way, shape, or form, then I have to like in any negative way. Like if it's really sweet, I'll respond back immediately and be like, oh, I'm really touched by that. But if it hits me in a negative way, just skip and move on. Because whatever I'm about to say next,
I have to get rid of it. Out of sight, out of mind. Otherwise, I fixate. And that's just the person I am. I don't know if that's necessarily a flaw, but I just can't skip past it. I have to get rid of it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna.
Well, if it's absurd, I'll delete the comment. Like if it's inappropriate, if I can find a reason in my head that like that isn't quote unquote advertiser friendly, then I'll delete it. But if it's like you know, just someone trolling, I might just leave it. But generally speaking, like if I feel tempted to, yeah, you can always just delete it. But you know,
well, we're lucky in the sense as well that we've got people in our discords that we can kind of go to with this issue, and just kind of reaffirm that you're feeling the way you feel for the right reasons, you know, and then get some helpful, not neutral advice, because obviously they're your friends, and I do mean that when I say friends, because even though we're all on the internet, we are friends. I don't really buy into that whole, you know, if I haven't really met you, you're not really my friend.
I guarantee you, if the 5 of us all met, however many of us there are, well, there's more if you include the non-YouTubers, but if all of us met up just at a convention, it would, like, I've heard tons of YouTubers say that they meet their online YouTube friends and stuff like that, and it just feels like the gang getting together. I guarantee you it's going to be like that. Now, my only thing is that I'm a lot more socially awkward in real life. You know, just because, like, if I'm around, the more people I'm around, I'm introverted. So the more people I'm around, the more that drains me. So it gets to a point if we're like at an event where my social battery goes all the way down, and then I'm just quiet because I'm done. I just want to go home, and all I'm thinking about is being in bed. And like people that I know have come to notice that and not really care and go, and then be like, okay, so he's sticking it out for us, but he's about to be like, well, guys, I'm finding I'm finding the quiet moment so I could be like, all right, guys, I got to get down the old dusty trail, you know. I'm just waiting for that moment. But besides that, you know, it's pretty much the same things from what I've heard. But yeah, we understand your situation. You understand our situation. Like, you know, it's really nice to have other people that are like, yeah, I just had, you know, I'll tell you people tell me I look like I'm on the brink of death like almost every day. That happens.
I am
hopefully
so
that makes you feel a little better. Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so not introverted. I will so obnoxious, like annoying, like I am in your face a lot, but I also respect people's preferences. So if we ever met, or I met any one of these people in the chat and Discord or whatever, I'd be like, hey, how's it going? Let's go for a drink. Let's go for a walk, whatever. Let's go.
That would be me for a, so I'm weird. So that would be me for a certain amount of time. And then that would wear off. Like I would maintain that for a while, and then that slowly starts to wear off, and then it gets to a point where I'm like, I can't people anymore. I can't.
I swear to God, the first one of my subscribers that I meet out in the world, I am making a video with 100%. I can't wait to be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to Comic-Con in London this weekend. Who's going to be there? I'm going to be there. Let's meet up. Absolutely, 100%.
Okay, so here's my rules. Here's my rules. So if I'm going to Comic-Con and I announce it and all that kind of stuff, if I'm going to an event and it's well known and all this kind of stuff, yeah, feel free to approach me, all that kind of stuff. If you live in my general town or whatever, and like you see me at the grocery store, please don't approach me. Please don't. If you can control it, I'll be nice. I won't be rude to you. I'll be very friendly as I can, but I will feel very, very awkward. And because here's the thing, to a certain degree, when we get in front of the camera, or in this case, just in front of the microphone, we're performing in a way. Like you kind of have to get your your energy level up to perform.
Yeah.
And when you meet people, you almost feel this obligation, like, because I used to play in rock bands, and so I would occasionally have somebody that saw my show come up to me and say, "Hey, you're that guy from that band." And I would feel like I needed to be, like the on stage guy. Yeah, I would feel like I would need to be like, "All right, so what do you want to do next?" Like, but like in actuality, everyone's always been really cool about just like you being a human being and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like realistically, it is awkward because I'm like, I don't want them to expect anything. Like a lot of times, I'm the kind of guy that like I was feeling really crappy like a week ago, and I needed cough medicine, so I went to the store in PJs. And like over here in the East Coast of the States, you're not supposed to do that. Like that's not okay. It's not California. It's a much more conservative area where I live. And like if someone had seen me like buying cough medicine in my fluffy Batman PJs and a hoodie, like I would have been mortified if I had run into someone that I knew. But like
really,
or somebody that knows me from online, like it would have been mortifying because I felt like crap. I knew I looked like crap. I hadn't showered. I was in my PJs out in public. Like this, just I wanted to get into the giant and then out. And
man,
leave.
I do that all the time. I'm forever going to the shop in like my comfy trousers and PJ stuff.
Okay, but how many other people like around you are also in like that kind of attire?
Not many.
Oh,
like, see, everyone in my flat, I know. I'm always like, "Hey, how's it going? Oh, sorry if the washing machine was going out to that." And sometimes people look scared because I'm really like friendly.
Right.
And I'll just pop to the shop and I'll see like some of my, someone I know or that. "All right, mate." I'm like, "All right, like dress cozy." I'm like, "Yeah, you should try it." It's awesome. Like, I'm going to the shop to buy milk. Better put on my Sunday vest.
For all of our American and Canadian, maybe not so much Canadian because I think it's kind of like that in Canada. But for all of our American listeners, saying hello to somebody in your apartment building in England is like super friendly.
Yeah, it's not done. It's not done. We do not even nod at each other in the street. We don't say hi. It's just me. It's just who I am.
Right.
Must annoy so many people. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've got that kind of advantage where I stream so much more than I put out videos now, that what you see in the streams is what you get. That's who I am. That's how I act.
Yeah.
That's just me, like when I make a video, sometimes it feels forced. So I'll record it again. And it's just, I watch a lot of videos from other like Xenoverse 2 live streamers and Dokkan live streamers. And this isn't including you by any means. I genuinely get I know who you are. This is a nice guy. This is how he is. This is what.
Like we talk on the phone after like, we talk on the phone in private and stuff. And so I still do the same thing, but you will hear that. All right, gotta go. See you later.
But what I mean is like, I watch a lot of these universe streamers and some Dokkan live streamers, and I just get, this isn't who they are at all. Like, this isn't it. It's funny. It's entertaining. Great. Whatever works for you. I'm not knocking your style. It's just not, I'm just not buying it. It's just not them. This is not how they are in real life. Whereas if you live stream, you have that kind of advantage to be who you are a lot more. Do you agree with that?
I do. One quick aside. T-Tash has been asking this multiple times. God Key Timeline GT. I have no idea. That's the reason I've noticed that. The reason I haven't said anything about that is because I haven't even. There are two different timelines. I have no idea what how I don't want to compare Super Saiyan 4 to Super Saiyan Blue. I don't want to
That sounds like the lamest thing I could think of. GT with super stuff. No
Yeah.
offense. I don't even want to entertain that idea.
Like Super Saiyan Blue 4 might be like cool looking, but I don't even want to know. If that were the case, if they could stack God Key onto Super Saiyan 4, then no one would be a threat ever. That's as far as that goes. But if it's Super Saiyan Blue instead of Super Saiyan 4, now we're getting into a debate that I have no interest getting into whatsoever.
But I think going back to the whole,
I appreciate your patience and not, freaking out and stuff. And thank you for that. I apologize for ignoring that so many times. I just have no good answer whatsoever. But
I find that like being yourself a lot more, which I applaud you for, Terry, because you're such a nice guy, and that's the reason why I would be in every podcast that I could possibly be in, which turns out evidently to be all of them.
Yeah, this has kind of become like the Zantero gig, because the other guys that we frequently chat to, like the other YouTubers, are always working on Friday nights for whatever reason. So we might record a podcast with everybody. We've kind of toyed around with the idea a little bit, but not like really a whole lot. Yeah. But I'll tell you, the one time Zantero, I ship it. Hey, I mean, whatever works for you. But okay, so the one time that I do play it up is, okay, so when I'm doing summons by myself, I don't like yell yes when I get the card that I want. I go like, and then that's it.
But that's when people are watching you. When you feel people are watching you, that's when you'll play it up. And I don't think that's
but I'm not like I don't think I'm acting more like I don't think I'm acting more excited than I really am. Like but if I'm actually talking to a camera, like that in a way hypes me up. But you'll see during the streams, I get much more hyped for polls during the streams, because you're live interacting with people and there's a lot of energy getting transported back and forth, and everyone's kind of hyping the whole thing up, and it's live and all that kind of stuff. So those reactions are 100% legitimate. But when it's just me doing summons, that's not how I would normally react if I'm just by myself. But it comes naturally. Like I don't go, oh, that's a good pull, I better put my arms up and yell really loudly. Like it does come naturally, but I definitely don't like my upstairs neighbors don't randomly hear me go, yes, let's go. Like I'm not, I definitely don't do those. But
I think as well, when you're more yourself in live streams and stuff, you become more, because you're more yourself, you're able to judge people's intentions a lot better. I'm looking at chat now. Super Saiyan Blue Ezzy's been one of my longest time subscribers. He's been in so many of my video comment sections and live streams, I cannot even count. But you get that feel because you're more comfortable, you're being yourself, you're just natural, it's all coming out. And by the way, guys, if you guys are aspiring to do live streams or videos, absolutely top tip advice, just be yourself 100%. You just kind of build up those relationships, and that's why you're here. That's why I'm here with you, because here we are, we're chatting, we're ourselves, and it works. We're not putting on a persona or anything, because that would be so hard to maintain. Do you agree?
It would, yeah. Like I'm hyped up. Like I got myself ready. I have I have a little routine I go through. I kind of move around a little bit just to get the blood flowing, and because I usually when I say hello to people, it's hey, what's up? It's not hello Dragon Ballers, like, you know what I mean? So just because you're performing, like I take the whole thing of getting on stage, but I way tone that down, because before you're on stage, you're like jumping up and down, pacing back and forth really quickly and stuff, and like all that kind of stuff, and just all this, making all these weird whooping sounds that I'm not going to do right now because it's a little bit late, but just getting them vocal cords opened up and jumping around and getting that energy going, so that the first song, when you jump out, you're just like ready, you know, but
Yeah.
that toned way down because it's just a video on YouTube. So it's not like that. It's not that big of a deal, but I do kind of have a little routine. I have some tea, you know, it's got a little caffeine in it. So there's a little kick there. I get up, I move around, I, think about what I'm about to do. So I know what I'm saying and stuff. Like I think of my strategy for whatever the team is. And if it's
so much more prepared than me, by the way. I make a cup of tea, sit down, like, hey guys, how's it going? Let's go.
And you know what? Like that's probably that works for you. And that's probably not something that I can do, but I have to, being an introvert, I do have to get all of my, like, I guess it's not really stage fright because I'm kind of over that, but it is kind of like I have to get all that anxiety out of the way first, and then it's all just what you guys see from that point on. Oftentimes, I often record the first 10 seconds a couple of times because I get my intro wrong very often. I have an intro that I do. Like you say, hey guys, how's it going? And it's just kind of normal and stuff. But I've blocked myself into this corner where I have to say, hello, Dragon Ballers. It's Dokkan Battle, and today, every single video now.
Hey, don't get me wrong. If I'm making a video, I always say, hey. And it's like, sometimes I say it and I'm like, of course they know it's me. My freaking channel. Why do I even say that?
Like, but Shatter so doesn't ingrained. Like saying his name. Did you see him and Epic did their dual summons?
I did, yeah.
So like, know the part where Epic goes, and I'm here with, and then Shatter goes, Shattered Enigma, I hate saying my name. Like I've never done that before. That's weird.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was a great video. I forget if I think it actually wasn't a great video. I think like they both pulled kind of like nothing on that, but that was a great way to start. He was like, "Oh wow, I've never said my name before. I kind of don't like that."
Beautiful. So we probably got to start wrapping up, I guess.
I guess so. So any final questions, folks, people?
Yeah, we could probably take one or two. I'm gonna have to go immediately after this. Just a forewarning for you, Terry.
Okay, that's all right. I'm gonna probably have some ice cream. Yeah, it's winter time. Let's have some ice cream. Where are the Potara earrings? They are going to be coming out. I don't have the exact date. My recommendation would be to go on to dbz.space and look up all the stuff on there. That'll tell you when the new Supreme Kai missions, but it'll be within the next like week or so. New Supreme Kai missions.
Will the LR androids be worth it? Well, as someone who's got the LR androids, it's fun because it's not hard really. It's like a nice long project to work on. So yeah, go for it. I would say they're probably worth it.
I like T-Tash's comment. Hello, Dragon Ballers. It's anxiety here. Oh, okay. All right. Restart. Not gonna. Ooh, okay. All right. That take's not gonna make it. I should start like putting the ruin takes when I screw up. I should start putting those in the beginning of videos just for fun. Because sometimes I say, hello, Dragon Ballers. It's today here in Dokkan. Jeez. Like, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. When you're yelling into a microphone with a rock band playing behind you, and if you mix up words, people don't care because no matter what you say, if you put the mic out to the crowd, they'll cheer. So you can just be like, "Who likes eating full spoonfuls of black pepper?" Then you put the mic out, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I don't know what he just said, but yeah." It's a rock show. Everyone wants to yell. So if you point a mic at them, they're going to yell.
Such metal. So wow.
Yeah, they're good for extreme AGL, not really for much else. But Rainbow starting them will be good if you can, because at some point we're going to get that LR Androids campaign over in Global. So yes. And then finally, do you think they postponed the LR Vegito Blue just because he might be coming in the Tournament of Power arc? Just thinking. I think they postponed him because they were in production of the Tech Vegito Blue, so I think they don't have and LR Vegito Blue ready because they already put all that work into the tech one and they want the strength one to be different.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Dokkan Battle. Yeah, all the memes. All right, guys. That's going to do it for Zenocast episode 6. Thank you all for joining. Be sure to tune in another couple of weeks. We do this every other Friday, me and Zandiel, sometimes with others, usually just with us now, it looks like. Yeah, thank you all for watching. And this will be available on my channel in about 30-40 minutes. So if you want to rewatch it, if you came in late, watch it then and all that good stuff. Any closing words?
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching so much. Happy New Year. I hope this has kick-started a positive future for the podcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's an absolute pleasure to be here.
There we go. That's good. That's good to end on. Oh, I shouldn't have said it.
Wow. It's the English accent, right?
That's right.
Well, boy, howdy. Thanks for joining, boys.
All right, guys. I will catch you on the next one.
Farewell.